Bitcoin closed July at $115,000. That's up $8,000 from $107 last month. And again, that's a new all-time high, as expected.
PlanB shares bold Bitcoin predictions for August 2025, price, patterns, and what's next. Let's dive in and uncover it all.
Now, 60% of the people think that Bitcoin will not reach 300,000, so that's this line, at the end of 2026, end of next year. So 1.5 years from now, this is the 300,000 point. 60% of the people think we're not going to go there. In my opinion, we will. In fact, I think we go a little higher to the stock to flow target of 500,000 on average. And that's a very rough model, of course, based on scarcity, stock to flow ratio. And it has a range of 250,000 to 1 million. So the average could be 300,000 or 600,000. That's all good. But at least it will be higher than what most people think. By the way, if you want to know more about the stock to flow model, you haven't read the original 2019 article, please go to my website, planbtc.com, which will provide you with all the articles that I wrote about it. Now, let's look at the cycles. It's an on-chain model. It shows you which cycle the market currently is, and then it's still red. It's still in a bull market. All the on-chain indicators point to a bull market, and it's a strange bull market. It's a very long bull market and a very flat bull market. So normally a bull market is a year, maybe a little bit less or more, but about a year, and now we're 1.5 years in already. So it's longer, but that's all okay. And it's also flatter, right? 2013 we went 100x in the red dots. 2017 10x. Last time 2020 2021 about 6 times, and now we're 3 times up, and we're not there yet. The big question, of course, is why isn't price higher than it is right now with all the inflow in the ETFs and the Bitcoin treasury companies buying? I don't know for sure, but what I hear around me is people, investors, rotating out of Bitcoin self-custody into ETFs and MicroStrategy. Maybe not with all their Bitcoins, but then at least with a big part of their Bitcoins, also to diversify a little bit between the many ways you can hold Bitcoin. And of course, I mean, that's what I did as well. I moved my Bitcoins to ETFs and Bitcoin treasury companies instead of self-custody.
If you bought the 112K dip, you might be sitting on a golden opportunity. Bitcoin's recent price action is forming a classic power of 3 pattern: accumulation, manipulation, and distribution that could signal the next leg up in its bull run. After consolidating between $119,500 and $115,300, Bitcoin dips sharply to 112K in what looks like a classic shakeout, flushing out over-leveraged traders. This manipulation phase may now be giving way to distribution, setting the stage for a push towards $126,000 if key resistance levels are flipped into support. The recent $922 million liquidation event acted as a major leverage reset. Open interest dropped from $88 million to $79 million, and Bitcoin-specific futures saw over $240 million wiped out. Historically, this kind of leverage flush clears the way for fresh long positioning and often precedes a price rebound. Negative funding rates across major platforms like Binance and BitMEX also signal that sentiment has tilted overly bearish, something contrarian traders love to see. Further signs of capitulation show up in Binance's net taker volume, which hit extreme lows, reflecting panic selling. Analysts believe this may mark a local bottom. with $120,000 acting as a price magnet and resistance at $114,800 and $116,800 now within reach. Bitcoin's bull momentum could soon roar back to life.
Still red, still bull market, still going up. Then, RSI, classical technical indicator. It indicates momentum, upward or downward momentum. Right now, we're at 72.5, confirming a solid uptrend, because everything above 50 is an uptrend. Everything below 50 is a downtrend. That's only in bear markets. It's RSI, Bitcoin RSI can be below 50. Right now, we're at 72. And in my opinion, we will go to 75 next and then explore the 80 plus regions like we did in all the last bull markets. It confirms we haven't seen a real bull market yet. Same for the moving averages. Moving average black line is 51K. The geometric mean is at 44K. It's a gray line. And the interesting thing is they're still diverging. In fact, they're diverging further and faster. And that's confirming that we have not had a real bull market yet, like 2013 when they were diverging, 2017 when the moving average was really diverting from the geometric mean, and also in last bull market you saw this diverging going on well into 2021. Right now we have almost nothing. It's just starting, so confirms again that this will go on for some while, in my opinion.
Ether has climbed from its recent low of $3,355 to around $3,655, but breaking above $3,800 still looks like a tough challenge. Despite the short-term price recovery, market data shows that institutional demand remains weak and confidence among traders hasn't returned. Futures and options indicators are stuck in neutral to bearish territory, suggesting that few believe this bounce will lead to a breakout. The lack of strong catalysts is a key issue. Ether's price movement continues to mirror the broader altcoin market, meaning it's being pulled along by general crypto sentiment rather than leading it. Even when ETH briefly touched $3,900 last week, futures premiums didn't turn bullish, a red flag for momentum traders. Adding to the concern is Ethereum's declining total value locked, or TVL, across decentralized apps, down 9% in the past month. While Ether still dominates in USD terms, other chains like PlanB and Solana are gaining traction, indicating shifting interest. ETH options data also shows caution, with sentiment hovering just above bearish. Institutional demand is visibly softening. ETH prices on Coinbase and Kraken are trading at a discount compared to other exchanges, and spot ETFs saw $129 million in outflows in just 3 days. Without a strong narrative or capital inflow, Ether may remain stuck below $3,800, closely tied to wider altcoin performance. If you have been watching so far, thank you so much for watching, and do not forget to subscribe to BitcoinZella for daily news, all for free. That's all for today's video. Until next time.